How's it going, everyone? King Blacktooth here again with some more Gamescom reveals. I'm going to go through some cards. There's quite a lot of cards now, so I will be splitting the video up into one or two pieces. And not one, I can't split it into one piece. But we're going to go through them, analyze them, and hopefully, if you haven't really been looking too hard, these will be new for you. And there's a lot of discussion that you can have for these. So sit back and relax. Let's go through them, shall we? All right, here I am, down here, guys. Notice me. Now, I just want to state before we get going that I'm not very good at pronunciation of people's names, so I probably will get them wrong. I apologize in advance. So first off, we have Priscilla, who is a 1 strength neutral character card who can be placed on the siege row. She has the ability Commander's Horn or Inspire, play a Inspire on the particular row. So effectively, she is a siege dandelion. Now, one question I've got about this card is why would you place this card down rather than just a Commander's Horn, possibly? The only reason I can think of is if you want more than 3 Commander's Horns in a deck. But there are other cards which can do Commander's Horn. Saskia, for one, can do a Scorch or Commander's Horn. Because 1 strength is not enough, really. It would work in decks that use weather, like monster weather decks, because 1 strength is not going to get affected. But she'll only go up to 2. It's just that she can only be placed on siege, and this goes for Dandelion as well. He can only be placed on melee, so you are limiting yourself. Obviously, that's not a problem if you build a pure siege deck. So if you build a pure siege deck, could be quite good for something like swarm decks, where you put a lot of low strength minions, possibly on the siege in this case, and encourage all of them with +2, +2, +2, because this is the minion, and it will give you a free Commander's Horn. So it's a bit odd in most decks, but I think there's a place for them. So that's really nice to see. I bet there'll be one ranged variation coming soon to a store near you. Next, we've got Gaunter O'Dimm. Yes. So he's a 4 strength neutral character card again. He can be placed on siege. And he has the spawn ability Shadows. When he's played, he spawns 2 shadows, which are 2 strength on the range row, and 1 shadow, 2 strength on the melee row. So he doesn't seem that good. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strength. Reasonable. All these can be buffed by Encourage and Dandelions and Commander's Horns and stuff and Mushrooms. So that's good, I suppose. Good for swarm decks. It does shift them all around. He's siege that he spawns 2 range and 1 melee, which is not ideal for swarm decks. Yeah, I don't know, actually. It doesn't seem to be 10 strength that's really gonna amount to much, is the thing. You could possibly, decoy him up, reuse him and reuse him and reuse him, and you'll get, 3 minions a time, which is decent. Which could be useful if you're going for, say, a ranged swarm deck. But he's loyal, so that's always good. Yeah, I don't know about that one. It doesn't seem... I'm not massively... Oh my god, I need to use that card now. So it's got to be... I don't know. A bit iffy, that one. Right, we've got the Bloody Baron. He's a 2 strength, neutral, loyal hero card. And he can be placed on the siege as well. And he's got a choice. And his choice is Summon Child. When played, you can spawn a Botchling, 4 strength, resilient, keep on the battlefield. Pretty good from a Hackman Guard decks then, possibly. 4 strength isn't much. Or you can summon a Luberkin, which is 0 strength, resurrection, playing a unit from the graveyard. Now, any unit? Any unit from the graveyard? Are you serious? Come on. Really? I don't know. I got the feeling it won't be any unit. It'll probably be any non-hero unit. Doesn't seem like a good card to me. 2 strength, +4 resilient. I mean, all the resilience you can get, that's not really that great. Or 0 strength for a medic. 2 strength and 0 strength medic. Doesn't seem good. I don't know. Unless it's... We don't know... what row the Botchlings go on or the Luberkin go on, but I really feel it doesn't feel like it's that great to me. So I'm not seeing that one in the minute. John Natalis. Oh boy. Right, I knew about this one about 6 hours ago. He's a 10 strength hero for Northern Realms, and he's melee, loyal, and has the ability morale boost all allies, which is known as Encourage Rally. Okay, so Encourage Rally. So it's not called Mass Encourage, like I mentioned in my video. If you looked at my previous video that I put up, I changed the title and the thumbnail now. It's called Encourage Rally. And what this does is give +2 strength to all units on your side of the board. Really good. 10 strength +2 strength to all the units on your side of the board. It's going to be really good. That is really good for like big decks. Now, I did say this card is going to be good for a swarm deck, because swarm decks are loads of small cards with Encourage. And this is obviously going to work. The thing about this is, the thing that makes up the swarm decks is having your troop Encourage units. The Kedwani Siege Experts, or your Tordorok Shieldsmiths and stuff like that. And they all need to be focused on one particular row. So if you're building a swarm deck, you're going to try and go for one particular row. Like say, all on melee. In which case, this guy's not going to be that useful, because he won't actually even get buffed by all the other encouragements on the same row. But 10 strength just for himself is actually pretty good. And, you know, I bet you could, you know, you're going to have a minimum of about 5 cards on the board in order to use him. So that's another 10 strength. So he's about 20 strength just generally. So yeah, I think he's actually pretty good. He's Northern Realms only. They've got musters, but they only spawn one of each, and they're quite spread out, I think. So he could be pretty good for Northern Realms. Yeah, I like it a lot. Right, we've got Nenneke. So it's a 4 strength character card for Northern Realms, loyal, and is a siege card. Has just a basic medic. So you take any non-hero card out of the graveyard and play it instantly, which is really good. I mean, I think they've already got 3, but this is just another one, and hopefully they can do some pretty good stuff. I know they've got Trollolo, 12 strength, and I've seen some other high strength cards which are very similar, look like Northern Realms as well. So Northern Realms might be getting some like large Nilfgaardian aspect where they get a lot of high strength cards, and they can keep medicing them out on turn 3. Use them on turn 1, and then like medic them all out again on turn 3, possibly. Odrin, I knew about this guy ages ago because the developers told me about him. So it's Odrin, and he's a 6 strength Northern Realms character card who can be placed on any row, and he has this tankard ability, which is basically just an encourage, really. It's called Crazy Boost, apparently. Passively, move to a random row at the start of your turn, and +2 strength to all on that row. So it's basically an encourage card which moves around. Now, how he moves, we're not sure. I'm actually disappointed that it's just +2, just because of how random it is, and I thought he would do something different than just all the encourage. So I was hoping for something a little bit more. Because he's random, maybe that should be buffed up a bit, because sometimes, how does it move around? You know, does it move to the most optimal row, or does it just random? I think it's probably just going to be random. And so I think it needs to be a bit more than 2, maybe 4 or something, you know, to offset the RNG or something. Because he's 6 strength by himself, so that's not too bad, I suppose. So next we've got the Poor Infantry. This is the first time I'm seeing these cards, by the way, but we're PG, everybody. This game is turning PG, obviously, because they want to sell it to the most amount of people. But no poor fucking infantry here, guys, which is unfortunate. But it's a 2 strength Northern Realms troop card. It's loyal and goes on the ranged row. This is very common. We've actually seen quite a few cards which are identical to this so far. Dun Banner Light Cavalry is the same but goes on siege. And we've got the Blue Stripe Commandos, the same but they go on melee. So 4 infantry go on siege. And they have the Muster and Bond ability. The Muster just pulls 1 card out of the deck or hand, and then it doubles the strength of both cards. So really, this is not really 2 strength, it's always 4 strength, because when you place it down, another one will come out of your deck to double them both to 4 strength. And they do double. It's multiplicative at the moment. So we'll go 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Okay? Because most of the time you will use Foltest with this to get a massive combo. So very good. So basically you've got an option for melee, range and siege now. So you can like surprise your opponent who might be playing specific Scorches like Geralt Igni, that dragon, and Orkvist, who Scorches Siege, which is a new card, which we haven't come on to yet. The Reaver Scout. He is a 2 strength troop card for Northern Realms. Disloyal, so it acts like a spy, and is placed on the range row. So he's got the ability to draw and play. When played, play a random card, heroes and specials included, from your deck. So he's a spy, basically. Where you get to play a random card from your deck. Now, I'm not really feeling like this is a good card. Very, very random. What is the point of putting this guy down? To give the opponent 2 strength? That's pretty negligible. So it's not a big deal. But you don't know what card you're going to get. If you didn't put him in there, you'd have got another card anyway. So he's very heavy RNG. You can't really decoy him again. You might decoy him if the opponent plays him on you to just get a random hero or special. But I think you need to build a deck around this guy. You don't want to put Scorches in or something, you know, that could really screw you over. You could obviously play this card when you know you haven't got the highest strength card on the board, so Scorch would be handy. Heroes are pretty good though. You know, be able to pull a hero out, that's really nice. But I really just don't think... There doesn't seem to be a spot for him at the minute. What's the point of putting him in to just random your deck? You want consistency in a deck, really. So I'm not feeling this card yet. If you've got any sort of hints on how this could be good, let me know. So our next card is Aglais. Sorry. 2 strength Scoiatael hero, loyal and goes on the siege row. Will of the Forest ability. When played, spawn special card of your choice. So she can play any special card you want. Now we have actually seen a new special card for Scoiatael called Nature's Gift. So there's an extra opportunity there. I imagine this can't play White Frost and it can't play Skellige Storm. Like it's pretty much the only ones that Skellige can choose. So this will be your Frost, your Fog, your Rain, Clear Weather, and probably Nature's Gift. Scorch, actually. Manda's Horn, Mushroom. So really, really good. 2 strength is not very good though, in my opinion. Pretty low. It's a very powerful ability. A lot of choice there, to be honest. You can pull a hero out of your graveyard with Scoiatael if you brew the Hoog and you pull the operator out. That's a lot to ask though. It's hard to analyze this one. It's just going to give you a lot of choice, but you're not going to get anything from this card. 2 strength is negligible, but it's all dependent on how powerful this special card you need is. But it's powerful. Some people will probably put it in, and it gives them a lot of options, and options are worth a lot in this game. So might be worth it. Right, we've got the Scoiatael Neophyte. 2 strength Scoiatael only troop card on the siege, and it's got the Empower special ability. Now a lot of people have been raving about this. It's really, really, really powerful. Passively, it's plus 4 strength to itself whenever anyone plays a special card. Okay, so anytime anyone plays a Frost, Fog, Rain, Clear Weather, Decoy, Scorch, Commander's Horn, Mushroom, Nature's Gift, White Frost, Skellige Storm, he's going to get 4 strength. He's going to go up really, really quickly. There's a lot of Scoiatael cards which are very complementary, which are coming out right now, which all revolve around special cards. Pulling special cards out of your deck. Like she said, spawn a special card and play it. You've got cards which gets plus 4 anytime a special card's played. You've got Nature's Gift, which can act as any special card that was previously played. Just crazy amount of combo ability with special cards, Scoiatael. So it's a new deck archetype that's coming, and this card, along with another card, is looking to be like the leader that really sews this deck together. Really, really strong would be. It's when anyone plays a special card. So, really good. Alright, we got the Manticore. This is just a 12 strength character card for monsters. Loyal and goes on siege. Now, we've got wyverns that go on siege that are monsters. So monsters are getting more just raw strength cards. Really good for the Alchemist. 12 strength is a lot. The Alchemist can bump that up to 24. And if it stacks with Commander's Horns, that can go from 24 to 48. And you've got all the wyverns, which are on the same row, so that's really good. You've got the griffins on the ranged. Although it looks kind of boring, it's really going to work really well for monsters. Starting to see the beginnings of a maybe Alchemist kind of buffing deck. A few more, and we'll be right there, I think. But I think a few more cards which have that effect. We've seen one card for Scoiatael, I think, which had the same Alchemist ability to double all strength of all cards which don't have abilities. You know, so I'm happy with this, even though it's really boring. But it hopefully opens up the Alchemist as a viable deck. It's helping anyway. Right, I'm actually going to save the cards until the next video now. So I'll see you in part 3 because there's still more cards to do. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care.